That's one piece of bad news. The other piece of bad news is I'm going to sing it.
Oh God.
Lovely.
And I shouldn't take credit for this. The real credit belongs to Cole Porter. At words poetic, I'm so pathetic that I always have found it best, instead of getting 'em off my chest, to let 'em rest unexpressed. I hate parading my serenading, as I'll probably skip a bar. But if this ditty is not so pretty, at least it will tell you how great you are. You're the top, you're the Rosslare Ferry, you're the top, you're the Ring of Kerry, you're the Atlantic Way, your Sean O'Casey play, Molly Bloom's soliloquy, your Irish ham, your scones and jam, your Barry's tea, your Glendalough, you're an Irish penny, a Willoughby clock made in Kilkenny. I'm a worthless check, a total wreck, a flop. But Patricia, if I'm the bottom, you're the top. You're the top, you're the Book of Kells, you're the top. Christchurch Cathedral's bells, your Farset and Shannon, the Irish Sea and Malin, Lundy and Rockall too. You're the shipping forecast that's always broadcast on RTE 1 and 2. You're Ballymaloe, you're Rachel Allen on her cooking show. She makes great coal cannon. I tried to make her Guinness cake, but it was a total flop. But Patricia, if I'm the bottom, you're the top. You're the top, you're the Giant's Causeway, you're the top, the 12 Bens of Galway, you're the Stone in Blarney, the Lakes of Killarney, the Burren in County Clare, you're the thoroughbred horse on the Curragh race course in County Kildare. You're a Gaily Gore, that means you can mingle down on the shore, in the Gaeltacht and Dingle. To me you're that Gaelic sound algebraic, and it makes my head go pop. But Patricia, if I'm the bottom, you're the top. You're the top, you're the cliffs of Moher, you're the top, the Rosslare seashore. You're a pint of good beer at Moran's on the Weir, serving oysters from Galway Bay. You're Charlie Duclos's Barmaid and a New York parade on St. Patrick's Day. You're James Joyce, you're Brendan Gleeson, you're the voice of Liam Neeson. You're the fighting queen, you're Mars Nagopaline, you're Elsie Mullins' seafront shop, which makes it clear, Patricia, you're the top. Last one. You're the top.
Thank God.
You're the Darren Isles, you're the top. You're those Irish smiles, you're St. Bridget's Well, you're Billy Kelly's Hotel, where this month we've come to stop. And with your sisters and cousins, who we count by the dozens, champagne's gonna pop. It would be a no-no, not to mention the Edge and Bono and the work they do to make you two the cream of the Irish crop. But compared to you, you two is just a flop. Because Patricia, at 80 years, you're the top.
Hey! Well done, Mervyn. Well, that was super, wasn't it?
So I'll just say a few words. I'll say it if you don't mind. Unaccustomed as I am to public speaking, I just have a few words to say. Really, Oscailga, tá fáilte rih go léir, tá mé buíomh díobh gur tháinig sibh chun céiliúra má 8 bliain, 8, what is it, birthday?
What decade is it?
Yeah,
80.
80 Lá Bretha.
Yes.
Agus
Give or take.
is áthas an macrí orm gur go bhfuil an seo I Rosslare.
Le
So,
cíle chéile.
Agus go mé vision seo ag an tá seo.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm just very grateful that you all came here to help me celebrate my 80th birthday, and as you said, may we all be here this time next year.
Yeah.
So I particularly want to thank Eileen and Merv and Rena for organising this and for bringing me here in what do you call it, the
Style.
in style.
You would like to be accustomed to it, yeah?
Yeah, but I'm not accustomed to, and it'll be very hard to go back to travelling economy again to that flight. Yeah. and it's wonderful to be here with all my loved ones. So that's it. So I'll read
Well done.
my thing, shall I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if I'd like to invite if anyone else wants to say or sing or recite or whatever,
Dance.
they're welcome. So this, I'm working on a memoir, and this happens to be about my father. I'm sorry I didn't have one about my mother as well, but anyway, this is the one I have. It's called My Father's Voice. And it's set in here in Rosslare. I read this out to my writing group and I got a great response. So my father's voice. He never fully unpacked his suitcase. It lay half empty on the floor of my parents' bedroom, a constant reminder that he wasn't there to stay. The suitcase had been stuffed when he arrived with presents for Mom and all of us, as well as a supply of duty-free cigarettes and booze to last him until it was time to leave. Once the excitement of his arrival bearing gifts had worn off, he began to make his presence felt. The usually silent kitchen in the morning reverberated with his deep voice. Soon he was pulling the bedclothes off of us, intoning, "Rise and shine." At table, having reclaimed his place at the head, which I, as the eldest, occupied in his absence, he surveyed our table manners. God forbid that anyone left even a crust on their plate. On one occasion, he was home on medical leave because of a broken leg, and he had to use a cane. Well, that cane was used to poke the unfortunate child who, according to him, had behaved poorly. His presence disturbed us in many ways. During thunderstorms, he insisted on explaining in detail what caused them, which differed from our mother's stories about thunder being caused by the angels playing ball in heaven. We were often reduced to tears by his disturbing explanations. He sometimes disrupted our daily routine as well by whisking our mother off to the local pub during the day. It was dismaying to come home from school and to find the house empty of her constant presence. "I wish that fellow would go back to sea and leave us alone," I remember saying, to the shock of my younger sisters. But there were fun times too, like the night a passerby had yelled, "The herons are in, the herons are in," and he gathered us together to run across the sand dunes to the strand. It was exciting to be out after dark with him. It felt like an adventure. The fishing boats were drawn up on the sand. We soon had our bucket filled with glistening, thrashing fish. The local pub owner, that's Pat Ryan's, filled a barrel that Dad said would be filled with fish and packed in salt to preserve them for the winter. Then suddenly his leave was up. We all trailed with him to the station for the early morning train. On the way home, we took the long way round via the Strand, where the sun was rising over the still sea. But we couldn't put off the return to the silent house. Our mother proceeded to rearrange the furniture as if to close the gap he had left behind. And when our money is all spent, we'll go to sea for more. Fine girl, yeah.
Wonderful. Yeah. Wonderful.
Thank you.
Yeah, that